So let's talk about a trap that many freelancers or remote workers fall into, especially when they're just starting out, whereby it looks like you are competing on price with other freelancers or other remote workers. You tell yourself, okay, what is the cheapest rate that remote worker is charging right now or that freelancer is charging right now? And you now tell yourself, how can I go lower? And then you feel that's the only way you can win. Well, I'm going to talk about the reasons why this is not the right strategy to have for your work from home career. Before we get into it, I want to welcome you here to the Creative Game channel. If you are new, big welcome to you. This is going to be your next favorite corner of the internet for as long as possible. So here we talk about remote work, we talk about freelance gigs and work-life management for women. But for crying out loud, guys, you're welcome. I will find out that they are my biggest fans. The ladies here don't appreciate me. Alright, so let's get into today's video. My OGs, you're welcome. You're welcome back. I appreciate you. Forgive me for not giving you a warm welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so now let's get into today's video, and I'm going to tell you for free why I feel competing on price is not always going to end well. Many times it doesn't end well. So first point is that low price many times is always seen as low value. Let me just give an example. Imagine you walk into a store and you see a Chanel bag that normally is supposed to cost maybe $5,000 or $10,000. I walk into that store and you see the Chanel bag, you're so excited, oh my god, and you check the price and you see $5 or you see $50. What happens? If you're someone that really places value on good quality bags and you place value on authenticity and all of those things, are you going to want to buy that? You definitely will be suspicious that this is probably fakest of the fakest. That kind of thing. The same way when you always look for how to always be cheaper than the cheapest and all of that, this can signal clients, especially clients that are looking for great experience and they have the budget to support that. This can signal to clients that this person is probably maybe new, person has not done this thing before, maybe they don't have any experience and they're just trying their luck. And for clients that are not looking for inexperienced people and everything, they might just avoid you. And this is damaging to you, especially if you have experience in that field or you have done great work on practicing the skill and you can actually deliver. Now you have shot yourself in the leg to pursue the clients that are looking for good value because they think this person has low value to offer. The next thing is that now that you have pursued the clients that you want, you're not going to be attracting the wrong kind of clients, because any client that is going to only care about the cheapest of the cheapest is definitely going to have endless requests and will definitely want to have more discounts and freebies. I can tell you for free. And what happens in that place, you think it will end there. You think, okay, maybe just going to be one client or two clients. Those clients are also going to give you referrals. I think it's going to be a good referral, but they'll give you referrals from their budget-minded friends that will keep you in that cycle where you are overworked and you are underpaid and you're never hitting the mark. So maybe for something that usually you're supposed to charge 100,000 naira for, you're charging 10,000 naira for it. And maybe this particular client has a friend that is saying, I've been looking for someone to do the job and I've been seeing that everyone is charging 100,000 naira. I can't afford 100,000 naira and I only have 80,000 naira, 50,000 naira. And this friend, you're saying, 80k, 50. Guess what I pay this person? 5,000. I'll refer him to you. And if you're not even careful, those clients are even coming that are saying, I pay this person 5,000. They might even want to even bid you lower than that 5,000. They'll say, I can give you 3k now. Just give me discounts. This is actually very sad. I don't know why I'm laughing. And guess what? You just put yourself in that cycle where you are just overworked and you are burnt out. You cannot even think of anything else than let me just keep packing these people. Maybe one day I'm going to hit that mark. If you're doing that, please stop. The third thing is you're going to let your self-esteem and growth suffer. Now, this might sound like that's a lot. Well, let me explain. This is how your self-esteem will suffer. If you keep doing that, one day you'll just get locked to that mindset that maybe this is all your work is worth. And then you'll be surprised that maybe someone else who isn't as experienced as you or cannot even do as great a job that you can do is earning way more. Maybe 10 times, 5 times more. but because you've locked yourself in that, I want to be the cheapest of the cheapest, and you don't break free of it. I understand that, okay, when you're first starting out, you might want to keep your prices a bit competitive for you to be able to get quick wins and get experience. I get that. But when you are now staying there because you want to keep getting work, that's where the problem lies. Because at the end of the day, you will get to a point where you think that is all your work is worth. And when you start thinking that is all your work is worth, no matter how good you get, I can promise you, you will never break out of that price bracket. And then guess what happens? Your growth will suffer too. And why will your growth suffer? Less money, less profit means less investments in improving your skills. Because where is the money? Less investment to improving your skills, less investment to invest in courses, less investment to get new tools to make your work better and sharper and more optimized, and less time to even think of resting because you're like, if I do 10 jobs now, that's the only way I can get 50k. How can I rest? Or if you have focused on shifting and being more competitive with your pricing, you could do just 2 jobs or 3 jobs that could get you that 50k. But now it seems like you have to do 10 to get to 50,000 naira, and that's not going to be very beneficial for you long run. So I will say this for you: stop competing on pricing with other people. Compete on value. Don't always think of how can I be the cheapest option. Focus on how can I always be the better option. And that starts with your value. That starts with the fact that you have the right expertise, you are doing a great job, and you are now positioning yourself as someone who is very valuable, someone who is like the better option. That is the strategy that will work. I hope this helps. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.